Alrighty, I'm finally done painting this pain in the ass right now. And I'm doing this, oh yeah. I've kicked that over 3 times. And that stuff is expensive now. Do not kick that over. Here's how it would have looked if I hadn't made that first mistake that one night. Here's how it came out. Yeah, you know what, don't look too bad in pictures, still frame pictures, it looks good. In real life, it looks okay. It's just, it's got a rough texture to it. Rougher than it would have been. You can see it's still kind of a rough texture, but it's a smooth rough. It's not, you know, as rough rough as this is, but you know what, it's all good. It's a nice rugged paint. It's dry. That was just painted, actually I just touched that, right? Yeah, I painted that, I don't know, half hour ago. It's already dry. Usually it says, how long does it say it usually takes to dry? I mean, it is 90, I don't know, 5? It says it's 82, 4, 6, about 87 here in the shade, but you know what? I don't think these are that accurate, especially these bigger ones. The one I did have here was accurate, and then it fell. Right? It did. Oh yeah. Okay. 91. I think that's closer to really what it is in the shade. Okay. How long would it normally take for this? Oh, and plus the light's on. There we go. All right. Well ventilated area between 50 and 90 degrees. So we're on the high end of it. We're just over. With a 65% humidity. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't think it's that humid. It's not that humid. So we're right on the top of that. So we're okay. Dry and recoat based on 70 degrees. Relative humidity. Approximate time. Allow more time at cooler temperatures. Dries to touch within 30 minutes. To handle within an hour, and fully dry within 24 hours. Well, the back of that was painted about a half hour ago, and there's nothing to touch other than take the tape back off and close the door and put the bag on. The other side was done about 3 hours ago. Same thing. It's just peeling off tape and putting the stuff back on, and I'm hitting areas with the goof off right now. A lot of it, there wasn't much overspray. I mean, I did a lot of this, you know, which is time consuming, but it saves you the trouble in the end. So, okay, the other thing I'd like to say is, so yeah, it's 90 degrees, and as you can see, that's Croc weather. I put on Crocs to be comfortable. My shorts are in horrible shape. I was painting, so these are just crappy ass shorts, but I wear shorts. And hold on, there we go. I'm not wearing a shirt, but you know what, 2 things: I don't care, and I can get away with it. I mean, I don't have a 6-pack, but I'm not, you know, I'm the lightest I've been in a long time at 168. So I'm kind of happy with that. And in another month, I'll have a tan, which is another thing I like. So it's all win-win. I just try to be as comfortable as I can out here. Like, I was just talking to someone who always wears pants, always wears black. I was like, dude, I don't know, how could you do that? I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do it. There's no way I could do that. And I used to know another kid. He always had pants on. And you could tell he wasn't comfortable. The hell with that, man. I'm about being comfortable. And like I said, I wouldn't normally wear these type of clothes out. Even if I had to go buy something, I would switch into nicer clothes. But you know, being that I'm in this line of work where I'm dealing with oil, gas, grease, paint, dirt, chemicals, you know, a lot of my clothes, work clothes, they get pretty torn up, you know, and then I end up having to dip into my better clothes anyway. But I'm not one of them type of people that goes around. Look at this, man. The fucking. I just just brought the iced coffee maker from upstairs. I'm gonna hook it in later. So, because when it gets this hot, damn it, man! I need something to get that out of here. It's pissing me off. Once it gets this hot, I just drink iced coffee or Red Bulls. I like Red Bull. Sometimes I'll buy the 24 packs from Amazon, but if I do that, I end up drinking too many of them. So, I don't know. I had two yesterday, one today already. Kind of want another one, but we don't have any more right now. I used to work at Red Bull Arena. I used to have unlimited access to Red Bull. I know I used to drink, I must have drank 10 in one night one time. You know, that was over a span of 12 hours, but still, I drank probably 10 of them suckers, the little 8.4 ounce ones, in one night. I used to drink them things like crazy. You would think my heart would explode, right? But nah, it kind of has an opposite effect on me. So, sorta. I don't know. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing, right? Okay. So I tell it like it is. I'm not afraid to. I told people, right? I have ADHD. And I hope that doesn't show up. And I don't know, whatever. And you know, over this winter I had a little bit of a rough time. I didn't bottle it up. I fucking talked about it. Whatever. I'm not afraid to. What are you gonna do? My history is my past is my past. I haven't said everything that I've done or been through, but I've said a lot, you know, because it is what it is. It's me. It's who I am. It's part of my life. What am I gonna do? Not pretend it didn't happen, or act like it didn't happen, or not talk about it? It is what it is. So, and anybody that left as a result, that's what it is. I'm not letting stigmas get in my way. You know what I mean? People do that, or people use that crap, that stigma against people, or people are afraid to open up because of stigmas. Fuck that. Not me, man. We're in 2020. Everything else is, you know, fine now, and they still look down on the other things. And also that fentanyl is coming from China, ironically, right from Wuhan, right by where Wuhan lab is, where COVID broke out originally. That's not a coincidence, okay? What do you think that's all about? They're poisoning us on purpose. They're waging war against us. They're just not using bullets. It's that simple. So, and I know they just talked about it. They should halt trade with China until fentanyl is no longer produced and the ingredients to make it are no longer made available and sent over to Mexico, where they're making it in Mexico and sending it over the border. We don't need that stuff. It's destroying us from within. Okay? Simple as that. Whether you agree or not, it's a fact of what's going on. And it's destroying us. And they want to see it happen. So, they've already got us by the balls with making everything we buy. And now on top of that, they're poisoning us. You know, like, what the hell, man? That's not cool. So, but I figured I'd show it. I'll pause it. I'll show it once it's all put back together. I got a few things I gotta hit with the goof off. Most of it, there's not too many areas, but there's just a couple things I gotta get. All right, good news is it went pretty fast. There wasn't too much for me to have to wipe down. You definitely want to wear gloves when you're wiping down with goop off. That's poison. Probably worse than gas, because it's like a much more refined chemical, you know, and that stuff makes contact with your skin and goes in your pores. This is like pure poison. And there's been a couple times that I've already, you know, used it without gloves, and someone brought it to my attention yesterday because I didn't have gloves on. You should be wearing gloves when you're touching that stuff, because that's got it all over it, and then, you know, it gets in your body, and that's just not good for you. So sometimes I forget. I try to be mindful of it as much as possible. Chemicals in general, you don't want to be, you know, having long-term exposure to chemicals, or you will die younger. I'm not looking to die any younger than I have to, right? Get one life. Nobody knows what's after this, but it's probably nothing, because no one's around to tell us, right? So if it is reincarnation, like I said, I don't know, that'd be something. Anyway, okay, what else did I mention? Yeah, I made a video yesterday. It was just got too drawn out, so I didn't end up publishing it, because this has been a pain in the ass. But I'm just trying to get these out as quick as possible, you know, these push mowers out of my face, so I can move on to other stuff. But this one was particularly hard because of the oddball color it was. You cannot find locally, and it was even really hard to find on the internet. And I think it was like $50 for like this 2-can kit, which is probably the main color and a clear coat. And I wasn't spending no $50 for this. I mean, this thing, if it hadn't needed those minor touch-ups, it would have been done 3 days ago. For real. But it went the way it did. It was a learning experience. But you know what? At the end of the day now, once this is all done, I don't think you're going to be able to notice it was painted. So that's good. You don't want anybody to know it was repainted. You know what I mean? You don't. That's the idea. Judging from that tag right there, tiny little bit, it's gonna be pretty hard to notice. Let's see, these are the main stickers, and they were clear stickers. Let's see what happens. Oh, and I did, right, so the bagger for this is a little bit raggedy. I had another one at the garage, but it looks like it might be a slightly different size. So if it is, then we gotta go with the bag I've got, which is gonna be one little spot I gotta patch just to be safe. But I did see the $800 Honda, the one that's $799 plus tax right now. I did just see one of those on OfferUp for $300. It was mint. The only thing that looked a little bit dirty on it was the bag, because it had a lighter colored bag with it. But other than that, the thing looked mint, and he was only asking $300. My guess, he doesn't know how much they are now, because they were cheaper at one time, but now everything went up. Gas here is like averaging like almost $4.70 a gallon, I think. Diesel is $6 and like almost 30 cents a gallon, and that's key, because that's where all the goods come from, trucks. So if diesel's high, everything goes up. Alright, these are the ones that are under actual paint color. Let's see what happens here. The original color below here, not bad, other than slightly, it's like the paint slightly missed in that one spot there. Come on. Come on. There's the original color under there. You see it? It's that speckled silver with black hammered color. That was like impossible to find that stuff or replicate that in any way. So these few areas where these tags are, stickers, is going to be the one like little area where you kind of can tell. Oh, that sucks. Look at that. I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of goof off that as good as I can to make that look as, you know, like it's just a sticker over top, a hammered sticker and not actual paint. We do not want this thing to look like it was painted. We want it to look like this is OEM, because Hondas are, there are Hondas that are about this color. Alright, let me finish peeling this paint off. Did I say paint? I meant tape. Anyway, with this mower, it'll be $1,000 for the week. Some weeks it's $2,000, some weeks it's $500, but on average, it has to be $2,000 a week in order to come close to the 100K goal. That's gonna be the goal for next year. This one's 75. I need to start picking up the pace a little bit to reach 75. I should be okay too still, but hang on. Alls I know is 2,000 a week, 48 weeks in a year puts you at 96,000. All right. Let me think about 75,000 for a second. 1,625 a week, and that would be to net. I would have to net that in order to actually net 75. And then I can tell you this, 3,000 right off the bat on cigarettes. Maybe even a little more now because of how much they went up. Gas, I don't use that much. I don't know. It's pretty high this year. And then start, you know, adding other things in. 400 a month on another. So, yeah, okay. Ideally, 2,000 a week to hit 100,000, and then a cushion for all this expenses to actually gross 75,000. Yep. And right now things are more expensive than ever, but that's where it would be. 1,625 a week just to hit 75, which isn't, you know, unheard of. You know, anywhere, like I said, anywhere from 500 to 2,000 usually it could be. So you average that out, it's 1,000. That's averaged. All I know is when you're doing things on your own, you gotta move. You gotta be willing to move. You gotta be willing to hustle. You gotta crack the whip on yourself. That's all it is. As long as you're willing to do that, you'll be fine. Which was good for me. I lost a lot of weight in that time. So, and I don't have to commute. I don't have to be stressed out by traffic. There's other downsides to it versus the upsides, but I think overall it's positive. So those are just things to think about. Looks like we might get a thunderstorm. I think I got it back together just in time. Alright, who can tell it's painted? That's the idea. That you can't tell it's painted. From here, I don't think you can tell. How about from here? Can you tell? I think the only spot I can tell for sure is right here when I use the goof off. But I'll just hit that real quick. One quick mist. And then you really can't tell that these are, I mean, you can't tell it's painted because these just might be stickers that are a different color. So that's okay. This decal from here, barely. Real close up, sorta. And I try to put the, if I use goof off, it'll erase. You'd see it was starting to erase, so I let off. I let off. Other than that, I think not bad. I think it took way longer than it ever should have. But I learned, and it'll never happen again, right? That's the point. You make a mistake one time, you learn from it, and you don't ever make it again. For anything. I don't care what it is. As minor or as major as it can be, you make the mistake one time, you learn, and you don't do it again. I put a new piece of fuel line on here. This is the thicker stuff. I was worried that it was kind of kinked because of the way it comes down. I might have to, I don't know, try to turn this a little bit more. Because right here you can see, it's, I don't know, as long as it's able to flow, I guess, right? Let's put the bag on. That's the one last thing I have to do. There's a spot right there. You can kind of see it. See it? I gotta get that. The thing is, with that, I hit that area with the goof off. It actually started to erase the real paint, the actual paint. It was screwing with it. I didn't want to have to repaint that. I'm like done. I'm done. I got a sticker to put here. Okay, I don't think you really need one here because you've got that one right there. That's fine. I've got to put one little patch on. Well, actually, now's the time to see if this would actually fit. Because this bag only has one little cigarette lighter burn on it versus that one that has, it's a little bit more torn up. Let's just see real quick. Hold on. This new phone's weird. When you pick it up, right, when I pick it up, it takes like 10 seconds for the white to go away before it clears, before I can start filming. The other one, you know, was you pick it up, it was ready right away. I guess it's because it's such a higher density camera. I don't know. I'm not an expert on cameras by any means. This needs one little patch right there. I've got 5% power. I don't know if you just saw that on the phone. And then, you know, it's just kind of a little bit beat. This one has to be used though, as I thought. Those ones are slightly different. The hooks are slightly wider. I don't know if there's any other major difference. Like I said, you can kind of see. Otherwise, it looks like it would be the same, basically, but these hooks are slightly wider. I gotta put this on the charger. So that's what I got left. Just a couple of minor things. The bag, we're ready. The sticker, a couple other small items. This really sucks because it's about to rain any second and this thing's ready for photos right now. That bag still needs to be patched in one spot. I have to find material that color. I only have the white, the lighter material. And this thing, I don't know, before and after. We gotta look at before and after photos, but I'm sure it looks way better now. Also, I wish I had a better decal. I have to take photos at this second before it starts raining. I am not getting stuck another day. Get out of my way. All right. It's too bad we got a bag that's raggedy because otherwise the mower is mint like new now. I still got to patch this one little spot up and it's done. That's it. I'm taking photos later. I have to run. It's about to rain right now.